Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are making nice progress here as we go on to round 3 of the Serpent's Open 2022. We are on Open Palms once again, a map that we'll probably see a fair bit. And let's go ahead and introduce our players. Both of them are newcomers. On the top right of the map, it is our yellow Serpent commander hailing from Poland. It is oh gosh, I should have practiced his name. Barowaty PL. Now that I know that the PL means Poland, I think. And his opponent on the bottom left, it is the green Siren Commander with an easier name to say. It is Vampire Squid. Very cool name. I like it. The only thing I will say is if you're a Vampire Squid, I would expect you to be red or purple. I'm just saying, not a huge deal, but, whatever. And he's from Spain. First time we had a Spanish player in our tournament. And I gotta say, I had to look up the flag, so that's how I know, because I didn't have it saved in my folder. So there we go. Spain versus Poland, an interesting matchup. Looks like our yellow player is opening up. Oh, okay. Well, this is not how you want to open, guys. It's a newer player. It's okay. I wanted to show a little bit different things in the group stages. Once we get to the knockout, we can have the Iron Commanders, the Fox Melons. We'll have all of that, I'm sure. Unless some of them has an awful day, although I will say that so far I think both of them are having a decent day. But yeah, his opponent is doing a triple Land Factory opening, so Vampire Squid. Very nicely played so far. Yeah, but just so you guys know, I do try to teach people a little bit in these casts, no matter who's playing, no matter what they're doing. But, I'm not necessarily going to say that the double research opening is bad, which I think it's kind of bad. In 1v1, let me be clear. But this right here is what is the problem here. A shield with a point defense here is very, very preemptive, to say the least. And it just puts you behind economically and also puts you down on production. Even if you had a triple Land Factory opening with this, it would still put you behind because you're not producing bots, you're not expanding because of this point defense. And as a result, you're very, very far behind a player that is expanding quite a bit here and has a triple Land Factory, already has bots running around all of the map. And really the only way that I see Vampire Squid losing here is if he manages to lose the center fight here. He's kind of flanking a lot. Or if he starts losing a lot of bots, this double research might come into play. But honestly, so far, with the split harassment here from Vampire Squid, this honestly looks like a high-level player to me here. Very interesting indeed. So very nicely done so far. How has he done so far? Vampire Squid. It looks like this is actually his first match, really. Because in Group B, we did have a few players that are just not really there playing, unfortunately. Yeah, I was kind of expecting this. There's a lot of new players, and with newer players, there's a higher risk of having people not show up. So it's unfortunate when it happens, but it is what it is. I think if you do end up having like players to play against with, obviously it's nice. And I'd rather take the chance, obviously, and just, have the possibility of having no more players. We still have, I think, over 16 players playing in this tournament, so pretty decent. Very nicely controlled so far. I don't know, who's Vampire Squid? Do we know? Is this a Smurf? I'm not saying he's playing amazingly, but I wouldn't say he's playing bad. Like, he's definitely not new. Anybody know who Vampire Squid is? Or why he's, better than I would expect? Double point defense. I'm going to slow down this loyalist-only army, but there's so much damage happening already that, honestly, it's probably not going to matter too much. And you can just see how an opening like this just sets you very, very far behind. Now, if he would have kept this research station alive, maybe then, but honestly, Vampire Squid is doing such a great job expanding. Yeah, this just smells like a Smurf to me. Unless it's a new player that has been practicing a lot. So, I don't know. Anybody in the chat know? If anybody knows, just let me know who this might be. Double point defense in the back. Okay. All right. Still only one land factory. This is rough, guys. This is very, very painful. Trying to rebuild that research station. Not going to help. And already a land gantry. Yeah. Yeah, just very textbook play from the green Cybern. And a very poor start from the yellow Cybern. I didn't expect this much of a disparity, to be completely honest. But now I'm interested to see how Vampire Squid does. Because with this level of play, honestly, he might beat Angry. He might beat Angry. Which is interesting because that's actually the next match we have. So I think that match is actually going to decide who goes through. Well, not who goes through, but who takes the first spot. Because who else do we got here? We have Barowaty. Barowaty. Yeah. I think Barowaty is going to leave the group in third place. But the other two players are going to, decide who's going off the first. We do have a Megalith on the way. So nicely managed economy there from Green as well. Looks like he made just enough of energy generators. Let me actually look who this might be. I'm going to look at their profile. Because this is not how people normally play. Says he's from United Kingdom. This just does not smell like a new player to me. Like even if he became new after the SCS 2021, this is, I feel like for a year with our community, this is too much of improvement. And he's doing everything how like a good player would do it. It's not even about what he's doing, it's how he's placing his buildings too. Just very indicative of things. I mean, Barowaty's trying. He's reclaiming. Wow, he actually got a Megalith as well. Okay. I didn't realize Barowaty actually managed to get a gantry himself. I mean, I still think he's massively behind, obviously. But, I mean, it's impressive that he managed to get a Megalith off of this. Where did he get the energy for it? He lost his energy generators. Interesting. Pronounced Barowaty? Yeah, I mean, I think that's how you say it. It's just when you throw in the O, Barowaty, it's harder to say, so I just say Barowaty. The O is silent. Barowaty. Oh gosh. Yeah, I did not think he would have enough for a Megalith. Just not enough energy at this point. Honestly, we should have thrown in Cobras earlier. That's the one thing, I guess. That Vampire Squid is not really doing nicely, but I would also say if this was a normal match. Oh, we did get a Megalith. Never mind. Wow, I'm just blind. Give me a break, guys. I have 4 hours of sleep. I missed that on the map. Oh, both players actually have a Megalith. Okay. All right, well, this is advantage to actually Barowaty here because there's Megaliths to tank here a little bit. We already see that reflected in the health a little bit. But Barowaty is going to push back anyway. I would actually have liked... Well, he got to cover this, yeah. Although there is double point defense here, so, you know. Yeah, I mean, okay, if we're going to analyze this from a perspective of an even game, this build order is not the best because you don't really want this many research before you throw down at least 2 more land factories or another land gantry. This is also would normally be a weird ratio of land gantries to land factories. Like if you see 2 to 3, like that just means the game is skewed towards one player or another. He plays some 1v1s here and there. Okay. Public team games. Not a Smurf. Okay. All right. Well, I don't know. Maybe I'm just maybe I just wasn't expecting much from him, but he's actually pretty solid so far. It'll be very, very interesting. The next match, guys. Next match will be very interesting. I can't wait to see who actually wins. So, very nicely done so far. All right, that's a lot of land gantries. The ratio is now 5 to 3, guys. Overkill? But yeah, no, very decent. And I suspect he's using hotkeys too, so props to him. Props to him. Definitely throws a wrench into Group B a little bit. But yeah, first time I'm seeing Vampire Squid. Of course, I'm not really on that much. And, him being from Spain, I wouldn't expect us to cross paths too many times, but still. If he plays with Iron Commander, I will say, if Iron knows him, and if he plays against Iron, then it's not really surprising that we have this level. But, wow. Yeah. It's a lot of energy coming out, of course, with all those land gantries. Honestly, from Barowaty, double land gantry and adapters from this game is pretty impressive. And yeah, I think you can tell that Vampire Squid is probably not really used to being in this stage of the game. Because I don't think... Yeah, well, okay. Well, there's a big micro mistake there. Which actually gives the Megalith advantage. Oh, we have Cicada, though. Cicada or Cicada, depending on what you like more. But honestly, if Barowaty just retreats here... We have a little bit of a lag. If Barowaty just retreats here and lets that expire... Yeah, unfortunately, he engaged right at the wrong time, right as that Cicada was activating. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, that's really unfortunate, but really not really unexpected. I mean, if he did have a chance, it was right there and then. If that Cicada didn't pop, he would actually have a Megalith advantage. Coupled with adapters, I think he could have actually won that fight, even if another Megalith came out. So, but unfortunately now, losing all the Megaliths, now it's really game over. And a very, very solid start from Vampire Squid, gotta say. New attorneys, that's it. Well, I haven't seen him in public lobbies either, so. But impressive. But again, like I said, if he plays with Iron, I'm not really surprised. Yeah, I'm really impressed how he's managing to pump out Megaliths like this. But Vampire Squid should just end this at this point. Like, he has double Cicada. They're going to be active 100% of the time if he manages them properly. Oh, maybe he's struggling with energy because that's a lot of... Yeah, that's a lot of gantry production. He's most likely struggling with energy. And you see him just spamming a lot of it too, so... That's probably why he doesn't want to push in, but honestly, once... Even 2 or 1 more Megalith pops out, it's... Yeah, he can just push in. With just 1, to be honest. With just 1 Cicada active. Is that... Oh, we have artillery now. Goodness gracious. Massive overkill. Just fatality, guys. Fatality. Alright, let's see some scores. Rainbow Soul Ripper 1-1. Not super surprising. Although Soul Ripper hasn't been playing that much and Rainbow has, from what I understand. So I guess maybe a little bit surprising. But Soul Ripper is just good anyway, so. Kenny beating Titan RT. I'm not sure why Kenny didn't play Awasi before playing Titan. I don't know. Let's see, what else here? We do have the final engagement happening. Should be very easy for the green to win, with artillery as well. And Iron beating Lucan. That's not terribly surprising, although I would like to see Lucan. I don't think I have scheduled games with him, but we'll see. Maybe we can pop in a match that he's playing in between. Well played. Well played by both players. The opening from Barowaty is really not ideal. So that's the one thing I will suggest to him if you're watching. But we're going to pop into match 2. Maybe he can pull something out in that game. We'll be right back, guys. Don't go. Welcome back, everybody, to game number 2 of this round 3 match. We are on a new map, Desolation version 3. It's a modded map we created for the SCS 2021 of last year. Pretty exciting map. Can have a very rapid pace, but it can also transition into fun late games. Very versatile map. And let's introduce our players. Once again, we have our blue vampire player. Yeah, we're playing 40k apparently. Blue Siren Commander, Vampire Squid, opening up with a double land factory opening. Fairly decent for this map. And on the bottom, we have the yellow Siren player, opening up with a little bit of a better build here. It is Barowaty. Barowaty from Poland. Ooh, we have a new follower. Thank you very much, K4RP. I'm glad you could make it. I know we gave some wins to you, or against you, but yeah, once this match finishes, you'll be able to play Barowaty in the next match. So no worries. I understand stuff comes up, but yeah. Actually, technically, you still have a chance to move on if you beat Barowaty. So we'll see how that works out. Even coming in late, you still have a chance. You still have a chance. All right. Well, Barowaty, much better opening. I will say much, much, much better. There's no needless shields early. There's no point defenses. We already have a nice amount of loyalists, although we do have to be careful. No radar. Unfortunately, going to get caught out of positions by these 4 loyalists. Let's see if the micro is good enough. The micro is not good enough. Vampire Squid, actually, I don't know if on purpose or not, but that low health loyalist ended up being in the back there, which is what you want to do in these sorts of engagements. Gonna try to flank a little bit, but that's just not gonna produce anything. And this is now when we need a PD, funnily enough. This is when we need a PD over here, but that lack of radar coverage is really biting in the butt here for our blue player. Point defense queued up there in the back. I mean, in this case, it's not a bad position, but I think we're gonna struggle here to build that. Yep, gonna switch the focus to healing. Let's see if he can heal that mass extractor very nicely. Micro by Barowaty here is going to try to take out those bots. I think there is going to be a fallen mass extractor for sure here. It does indeed go. So we trade, 5 loyalists for a mass extractor? I mean, not bad. The harass here does not end up doing anything. Well, nah, it's still in favor of Vampire Squid. Also, I like blue much more for Vampire Squid. Green just doesn't make sense, man. Just does not make sense. But all right, nice push coming in here from Vampire Squid. There is a point defense here, so probably not going to push into that. Probably going to have to fall back here. And I got to say, this is just a much better game from Barowaty. Just much better. This actually looks like play that is good. I was a little harsh on him in the last game, but the build is just, the build he used just was not good enough for tournament play. Engagement here, going for the commander. I don't like that. Always want to try and focus down those land units and tank with your ACU as much as possible. Vampire Squid utilizing that aspect of micro very, very nicely. And reclaiming, very, very nice. And you don't see this being used by even medium players, I will say. He didn't click on individual, he patrolled the area. Well, actually, normally you would see an attack move into it, but an attack move in this case is weird because it's going to start attacking instead of reclaiming. So actually, like, very nicely. Well, actually, the patrol would do the same. Cobra's coming out. That's probably a little bit of misplay. A lot of energy as well. I think he just... No, he had 2. I'm not sure what is he trying to transition into megas already? Multiple engagement here on 2 fronts here. ACU is trying to tank here on the bottom. Not bad. But the problem is here in the base, as there's a large amount of loyalists focusing down the land factory here. Barowaty is going to try and bring his commander back. Let's see if his structured dead would actually be very, very nice here. Clearly we don't have it, or maybe we're just too slow to use it. But regardless, that mass extractor is going to fall. This is a lot of mass for Barowaty, though. Oh my goodness. A structured detonate would be just 2 structured deados and the whole army's gone. Massively different game. Showcasing the importance of possibly saving your research points. It looks like Vampire Squid also has upgrades on his land units, which is not a bad decision in this case, I will say. Looks like we do have a 2-0 win for Iron Commander as well over Fortuna. Yeah, and Barowaty even setting up a secondary base here, continues to expand with this. Yeah, I think Vampire Squid is going to have a nice 2-0 win here. Very, very impressive. Very, very impressive and nicely done. Next game, we're going to be casting Angry Space Marine versus Vampire Squid. That is going to be pretty exciting and probably going to decide the winner of this group. So stick around for that. I think Vampire Squid can definitely throw a bone to Angry. So we will see. Man, Structure Detonate would just change this game so hard. Yeah, we're going to see a pincher movement here, and by 2 flanks. Barowaty is going to get caught here. And even that PD, I fear, is not going to save him. It's a lot of loyalist damage. Keep moving those loyalists, though. And, yeah, Vampire Squid 2-0. Very nicely played. But I got to say, massive improvement for Barowaty as well from game 1 to 2. Just very, very nicely played on Desolation here. And we're going to move on to round 4 here just in a second after I update the brackets. And I will be right back. If you're still watching, give a thumbs up to this video. If you liked the video, leave a comment. If you loved the video, please subscribe. And if you are blown away by it, check out my Patreon page. This has been Nite. Take care and peace out.